the harsh reality that you have to face, picking up where you have left off, being drawn aside, empty, without any thought of coming back, feels very daunting. But with the lighted path, where as soon as you have an ounce of breath to take, meaning is you can pick up yourself again and go forward, keep on fighting. As long as you have the last breath, as long as you're still breathing, you can actually build yourself up once more. Pick yourself up and continue fighting. The journey ahead is hard. When your heart is in the right place, you can do it. And what do you know? Sun may rise again.
Beaten, tethered up, close to a high-stake monumental regime. Nearly lost everything. What I do not understand is why quit? Why really quit? What would make you quit? Have a passenger, have a passenger, have a drink. Rebuckle yourself, because everything that comes with a reason shall always bypass that particular reason. We have struggled, lost the will to live, but is that what we have to offer for the whole entire world? I don't believe that we should. I don't reckon that we lose who we are. I mean, what sort of threat could it be that makes us quit who we are? I mean, that's who I am. Why falter? Why feel like a failure when there's more that needs to be done? Hold your pillow tightly, squeeze it to the bitter end. But quitting is not something we do. It's something that we never was refined to. I mean, it's embarrassing to actually think that we consider ourselves quitters. Why quit? Believe me, it's unfavorable to quit. Ugh. Imagine being a quitter. Yet we lost everything. We have to bring that one up, of course. Losing is part of being the villain of your story. The archetype towards your hero arc upon the victory you have failed to actually take. Right now, don't squander such preposition. The world is much more different. Absolutely decay. Cannot believe that I'm like stuck in a rabbit hole of self-doubt and pity. I couldn't imagine myself actually peeing myself. It's so diabolical. That's why I do not believe that like we should dwell upon like quitting. It's not a resound and it's not the hydro. Thinking way back, the hustle was great. The conquest was very invigorating, pushing ourselves to the brim, sweating, having all these particular things as only a mere gander of a daydream. Some say it was crazy, but only I knew we are not crazy. We just push ourselves to the max. The crazy thing is holding back. Why did we have to be timid if like humans can withstand so much? Why do we be dorsal? Cannot be figured out. Why be dorsal? I guess we didn't get the complexity of like what we did. Right? I feel the goal. That was a weakened state of ours. But why weaken ourselves when we can be the better person? Better version, better in every particular thing that we do, even the meager of it. Why look up when everything actually goes down to the equatorial plane? Why slumber? Why wait? I thirst for the ravine of the greater world. I don't know, maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. But fear not. We do have a quote that is gonna actually give us the decision, whichever like we actually tend to do. But all rise. With all the suspecting vicinity of all who actually pay attention towards like our grievances. Do you guys question our loyalty, royalty, strength? Because we have proven ourselves far too many times. Sacrifice everything, every manner in this world. Now tell us, why would we be docile? Why can't the villain arc of ourselves be reacquainted? Why should we scare when we can be the hunter rather than the hunted? Thing that you have to consider. I'm certain you are not quite ready for a voice like this. You are not quite ready for the revelation of these pure eyes. But nonetheless, you're always ready for a new creation. You're always ready for a new world order. So cheers with all of us, with a nice country, of course. Cheers to all of us. Let's start something that is very beautiful and make it very great. Even though this is an invisible glass that you can't even see. Of course, fancy, right? Yeah, but let's cheer to our invisible glass so we can drink the fountain of youth and perch ourselves to the highest regime. Drink cancels have a shot of Chardonnay. Let's have the peace tranquil. Let's have the view of the nice porch that everybody desires. Oh no. I know. Very scary. Dealing with your opponent looking you straight in the eyes. But I digress. So here, in this particular court, who opposes of the Hydra regime? Let's hear.
We oppose from the life country.
So, slander. Our name was been brought forth by like some other preposition that opposes our own court. How do you guys plead upon such? Surely you jest. I can't imagine that like anybody would actually falter towards like a story about that. I mean, come on, who would betray us that much? That somebody would betray us that way. Because that would be resounding. Imagine somebody who actually dares to even do that. Maybe they're threatened. Maybe they know what we actually have to decipher. Or maybe they're just waiting for one of their options to actually let up. So that like they have one hold towards like our own ability. Anything. None of them. None of them. It's sickening. We feel so betrayed. Oh yeah, now that's the good stuff. That is really the good stuff. I feel so inebriated. Where's my assistant when you need one? Assistant, can you give me a refill? I don't think that I can actually take a walk. Nor surely move any forward. I have to be honest, I'm getting so confident in the camera because like I don't see the issue upon like having like the camera around me, like dealing with everything about it. I do not have the stigma anymore where like I used to filter about it. Like wonder whether like do I look good or have like these questionable thoughts about it. But now it seems like it feels so natural. I like it. I like it because like now the story structure can be like much more picturized, make it 10 times better, you know, just like we intended to from the start. But we have to work back to our own grave shift so that like we understand that like it's more than what we imagine. We have to do more than what we imagine.